an extended lifespan, a lot of hydrophobicity and self-cleaning. That's exactly what this hybrid ceramic detailer from Feynlab promises. Today, we'll be putting this one through my full battery of tests: durability, visual appeal, ease of installation, contact angle. If you've seen my videos before, you know the kind of torture this thing's about to go through. And to do that, we'll apply it to my test hood here. I prep this hood for every test by polishing it with Meguiar's 205. After which it's decontaminated with isopropyl and an APC. I'm gonna shake the thing up, I'm gonna spray some into a microfiber towel, and then we'll apply it onto our test hood here. And I'll show you the scoring for this test right here. Obviously, it's pretty subjective, but I have a lot of expertise in testing products, and I rank these from a 10 to a -10. I don't see any streaking or hazing or anything like that. I'm gonna flip the towel. Of course, if you're doing a whole car, you want to use a second towel. Make sure you have a nice dry surface. I thought the product was super easy to apply. There's no streaking, no issues. It came right up with my towel. Couldn't really ask for an easier installation, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10 in the category. Now that the product's been applied and it's been given a little time to cure, it's time to answer the question, is the product pretty? And for this, we're gonna look at two different panels. It's gonna be this one here that we just applied it to, as well as a black test panel that was already prepped. We're gonna average it against the two panels, and I'll again show you the scoring on the screen somewhere. I can definitely see where the line is that separates the untreated from the treated area. I think the product does make the panel look prettier. I would go to a 5 on this product that makes the panel pop and give it a little depth, but it just doesn't really blow me away. I think you'll have no trouble telling how rich and glossy and deep this product looks on the black panel. It's incredibly pretty. I've got to give it a 10 on this thing. And you can ignore this side, that's a different product I'm testing. You'll see that in another video. So together, we're gonna get a combined score of 7.5 points between the red and the black. This is definitely a pretty product. I've got affiliate links down below in the description to various tools and products that I enjoy. Clicking through and purchasing anything at all on those websites gives me a small commission that allows me to make videos like the one you see today. This is my optical contact angle meter, and I'm gonna use this little panel that I've pre-treated with the hybrid ceramic detailer from Feynlab. Little tiny drops of water applied to it by that little micropipetter, and the microscope at the end will give us a picture of the droplet. I'm gonna use some computer software to figure out the contact angles, and that will tell us exactly how hydrophobic this Feynlab product is. So I'm gonna grab a little deionized water, we'll put it in. Adjust it just a tiny bit. And there we've got a beautiful picture of a droplet. I'll be taking 4 more samples. Let's take a look at my laptop and see some screenshots of the software. Looking at some of these screenshots, you should be able to see some decent contact angles. There was one that went to 108 degrees, which is very, very high. Overall, however, the product averaged down a little bit with 101 degrees total. That gives it a score of 7.5 points. In scientific terms, anything over 90 degrees of contact angle is considered hydrophobic. Being over 100 means it's a very hydrophobic product. We know that slickness is important because it helps provide lubricity when you wash your car, when you dust it. We're gonna use this little device over here to tell us the gram force needed to break free the 1,040 gram block behind me. Our first reading is gonna be 100 grams, 80 grams, 90 grams, 90 grams again, 100 grams again. That's 92 grams on average to get this block to roll. To figure out the static coefficient of friction, all we gotta do is divide it by the 1,040 grams that the block weighs. It's gonna get a 0.09 rounded up. This will be up there with every big boy in terms of slickness. Absolutely excellent result. Definitely help protect your car. Toppers, detailers, waxes, coatings, we usually want them to make our paint pop. How much the product increases the amount of reflected light, or in some cases decreases it. And for that, we're gonna look at specular reflection. Panel starts out at 88 gloss units. We can figure out if this product has raised or lowered that specular reflection. Let's take our first reading. I'm seeing an 88.1, and in this test, it is possible to lose or gain points. It looks like 89.5, 88.4, 87.4, I saw it flipped down, and 89.9. And we see on average, we got 88.66 gloss units. We'll subtract 88, which is the base on average after polishing, and we see we have a gain of 0.7. We'll round up. The product is going to get a little bit of points. How many washes can our product withstand? Take a look and see what the base hydrophobicity looks like when we spray it with a hose. Man, that hydrophobicity is really quite good. This is my alcometer, and it's going to simulate washes. If the product is able to pass a set, it'll at least get that amount of points. I do want you to remember this is not a longevity test. This isn't like putting it outside in the real world. We can make some inferences about longevity. Certainly products that aren't resistive to abrasion have poor longevity. Let's find out if the Feynlab Hybrid Ceramic Detailer can still keep up and provide that nice beating. Man, it's still beating like a champ. And we're almost at 20 washes, so we'll find out how it does. Let's go to 50. Can it still hold out? Absolutely amazing, no impact yet. Going to 100. Like it's nothing. Let's go again. 300. After 300 washes, does the Feynlab Hybrid Ceramic Detailer still work? I think we're starting to see the very beginning of a failure line, but man, it's still working. That's amazing. Let's see if it can go to 1,000. Unfortunately, I would say it's not working, so we're gonna go with a 300 count, a very strong showing, given how easy the product is. I think there's a lot to unpack with this product. I think all of it good. I'm actually struggling to think of what I would say for an improvement or a negative. That abrasion resistance to those washes really blows away so many other products. It may not last that long in the real world. I can't know that myself without putting every product on one of my cars and testing it, which is why I need you to tell me down below in the comments, have you used this? Did it beat the 3 months? I was very impressed by how easy it is to use. It's exactly what a spray sealant needs to be. Visuals were also pretty solid. Maybe not amazing on the red, but on the black, it was really, really good. Very impressed, such a rich and deep color, and it even raised specular reflection. The slickness was also absolutely amazing. It scored full marks. Furthermore, I also thought that the contact angle was strong too. Yes, it didn't score top marks, but still, for something this easy to use, it's rivaling scores we're seeing in full-on ceramic coatings. So what's the final verdict? Should you go out and buy this? I would say, yeah, absolutely. I think you just couldn't go wrong with something like this if you love a spray sealant, and I do love a spray sealant. I think it's a really cool category that can help a lot of detailers that maybe aren't ready for ceramic coatings. Over the years, these have become monsters, and this is an example of a monster. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I do this kind of nerdy testing all the time. Furthermore, I do more general detailing videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, leave me a comment, let me know about your experiences with detailing products or cars, and I hope to see you again real soon in a future video.